The auction house stank of smoke and desperation. Rows of cages lined the iron walls, each filled with being stolen from shattered colonies. Chains rattled when the guards passed, their boots striking metal floors like drums of doom. Sergeant Aaron Cade stood in the shadows, his cloak drawn tight. His mission had been clear: infiltrate the Black Sun Syndicate's slave market, locate their trafficking hub, and burn it down. But he hadn't expected to find her. In the farthest cage, half hidden behind twisted iron bars, a girl knelt with her arms wrapped around her knees. Her skin was pale with a faint silver sheen, hair falling in tangled waves, her body trembling with every sound. She was young, maybe early 20s in human years. And she looked broken. Aaron's jaw tightened. He had seen war, but this was worse. A guard struck her cage with his baton. Up, merchandise. Buyers want to see what they're paying for. She flinched, whispering something Aaron barely caught. Words not meant for the guard, but for herself. Sold for flesh, human, hold me, use me, just get me out of here. The words carved into Aaron's chest like knives. The auction began. One by one, beings were dragged out, displayed, and sold like cattle. The crowd shouted bids, credits exchanged like candy. Aaron clenched his fists, forcing himself to wait. His plan depended on timing. Then, finally, they dragged her out. The announcer smirked. Lot 49. Fresh. Exotic. Fragile, but obedient. Starting bid. I'll take her. The room went silent. Aaron's voice cut through the noise like steel. The announcer blinked. Sir, the auction is not. I said I'll take her. Aaron stepped forward, hood falling back, revealing the scars of battle and the grim set of his jaw. Now. The crowd murmured. No one challenged him. The announcer swallowed. Very well. Lot 49 sold. They shoved her toward him, chains still clamped around her wrists. She stumbled, nearly falling. Aaron caught her, steadying her gently. Her wide eyes searched his face, fear warring with confusion. Quiet, he whispered. I'm not one of them. I'm here to get you out. For the first time, hope flickered in her gaze. They slipped out into the night. The market was chaos, screams, drunken laughter, the clatter of credits. Aaron moved quickly, leading her through alleys, past steaming vents, down into the underbelly of the city. His ship wasn't far, but every corner held danger. She stumbled beside him, chains still rattling. Why would you buy me? To save you, he said simply. Her voice cracked. You don't know what they planned. I know enough. They ducked into a dark passage. Aaron knelt, cutting the chains with a plasma tool. The metal fell away. She rubbed her raw wrists, staring at him. Why? She whispered. No one helps us. Not humans. Not anyone. Why you? Aaron met her eyes. Because someone has to. Blaster fire erupted behind them. The syndicate had realized what happened. Run, Aaron barked. They sprinted through the twisting streets. She was weak, stumbling, but Aaron grabbed her hand, pulling her forward. He fired back at pursuers, bolts of light searing the walls. They reached the docking bay just as alarms wailed. His ship, a battered corvette, waited in the shadows. Get in. She scrambled up the ramp. Aaron fired one last burst, then sealed the hatch behind them. The ship roared to life, engines screaming as they tore into the sky. Inside the safety of the ship, silence fell. She sat curled in the corner, hugging herself, shaking uncontrollably. Aaron crouched in front of her, speaking softly. You're safe now. They can't touch you here. Her eyes brimmed with tears. Safe? No, nowhere is safe. They'll find me. They always find us. Not with me. She looked at him, desperate, as if testing the weight of his words. Then, with a trembling whisper, she said it again. "Please hold me. Use me, just don't leave me there again." Aaron's chest ached. He realized what she meant, how twisted the syndicate had made her believe her only value was in being used. He shook his head firmly. "I won't use you," he said. "Not like them. Ever." Her lips trembled. "Then why save me?" He rested a hand gently on her shoulder. "Because you deserve more than what they tried to make you. You deserve to live." Her tears finally fell, silent and shaking. And then, slowly, she leaned into him, her forehead against his chest, sobbing quietly as he wrapped his arms around her. Days passed aboard the Corvette. Her name was Leora. She began speaking more, though her voice was still soft. She told him of her people, how their colony was raided, how the syndicate took her after killing her family. Aaron listened, never pushing, always patient. He cooked simple meals, gave her space, but stayed close enough so she knew she wasn't alone. One evening, she stood at the observation window, staring at the stars. "Do you regret it?" she asked. "Regret what?" "Buying me. Saving me." Aaron shook his head. "Never." She studied him. "Most humans, they look at us like tools. Or trophies. You look at me like I'm still a person." "You are," he said simply. Her lips trembled. She turned back to the stars, whispering, "Then maybe I can believe again." But the syndicate wasn't finished. 3 days later, their ship was intercepted. Raiders swarmed in pursuit, firing relentlessly. Aaron gritted his teeth, staring hard. "Strap in." Explosions rocked the hull. Leora clung to the seat, eyes wide with terror. "They'll take me again," she whispered. "They'll take me, and—" "They won't." Aaron cut her off. His voice was steel. "Not while I breathe." He veered into an asteroid belt, weaving between rocks, outmaneuvering the raiders. One by one, their ships smashed against stone or were torn apart by his blasters. Finally, silence. Aaron exhaled heavily. "We're clear." Leora's hands shook as she unstrapped, rushing to him. Before he could react, she threw her arms around him, trembling. "You mean it, don't you?" she whispered. "You'd really die before letting them take me again." Aaron hugged her tightly. "Yes. But I'd rather live and see you free." Weeks later, on the safe world of Haven, Leora walked beside him without fear. The city was bright, filled with laughter and music. No cages. No chains. At the refugee center, others of her kind gasped to see her alive. They welcomed her, offering her shelter, community, healing. She turned to Aaron. "This is where we part, isn't it?" He nodded. "It's your choice now. Not mine." Tears glistened in her eyes. She stepped closer. "Back there, I begged you to use me, because I thought that was all I was worth. But you showed me I'm worth more than survival. I'm worth saving." Aaron smiled faintly. "Remember that. Always." She pressed her forehead against his, whispering, "I'll never forget the human who bought me, only to give me back my life." And as he walked away, he knew the whisper that once broke his heart had transformed into something new, hope.